Hey guys, my name is Vlad and welcome to LevelUP Gaming and Tech, and today we got this LianLi Strimer RGB cables up for a review. Last year LianLi introduced first version of Strimer 24-pin extension cable, and now what we have here is the refined version of it. Along with the 24-pin version we also have the dual 8-pin GPU extension cables, which goes to this controller. Most of the users had issues with last year's model having no off switch, but now we have the off switch. All you have to do is hold the mode switching button for at least 5 or 6 seconds and it will turn off. You can repeat the process back and it will turn back on. In the box you will find the extension cable itself, which is robust and better built than previous model, which had cables floating on top of the light strip. Now it is the other way around. Cables are stashed behind the white strips in a U channel and secured with cable combs. This adds to the overall stiffness of the cables and somewhat not easy to install. More on this later. We also have this little controller, which is pretty easy to use with 4 buttons, each with multiple functions, and you can connect both 24 and 8-pin cables to it. All necessary cables are also included, even a RGB 5V motherboard extension for control via the motherboard software. SATA power connection is used for powering the controller and thus the cables. So the installation of these cables is fairly simple, but because I mentioned there is a certain stiffness to the cables, you have to do a bit of fiddling to install them properly. For the 24-pin model, you plug one end into the standard 24-pin cable from your power supply and the other end into your motherboard. LianLi says you'll need 1.5 cm or 0.6 inches of clearance behind your motherboard to use the streamer, which frankly doesn't sound like enough, as you can see. I suggest using the streamer with case that has enough space to hide the cables and the controller too. As for the dual 8-pin cables, they can be challenging. As you can see in my case, there is not enough room to pass them through the cutout intended for the GPU cables. They are bulky, stiff and thick, and I needed to remove one of my SSD caddies and route them behind. Later on I returned the SSD caddy but oriented it the other way around so cables for it go through the hole which is for GPU cables. Not the nicest approach, but it works. Take notes, LianLi. One more thing, if your GPU has only one power connector, you can't remove one from this cable, it needs to hang around. For a product that's all about making things look good, that's not ideal case. Changing lighting modes is self-explanatory. You have one switch which is marked M1, which is used for changing modes, S is for changing the speed of the effects in the increments of 5, and L is for changing the brightness also in 5 levels. M2 is used for changing the color of the chosen effect, so as you can see, possibilities are almost endless. The Strimer Plus is a solid improvement over the original version, both visually and in terms of build quality, which can be further improved as wires are seriously thin, thinner than the ones that comes with the PSU. These cables will be released by the end of the month and they will cost around $100, $39.95 for the 8-pin version and $59.95 for the 24-pin version. Big thanks to LianLi for sponsoring this video and providing us these awesome RGB cables. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also follow us on Instagram. You can also join our Discord server, links are in the descriptions. See you later, guys. Repeat the process and it will turn... Repeat the process and it can turned back on. So have to do a bit of a fiddling to install them properly, and if you do not do that, you might damage the cables. La 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 la. Again, will set you back $100 and $59.95 for the 24-pin version. $95 for the funny. What the? So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to do something.